Hey everyone, our federal agents is about ready to show up in your city even if no one asks for them. Here's what's happening and why it matters. Please double tap, share, and watch to the end. This is your Know Your Rights attorney tip of the day. There's a federal deployment wave rolling throughout our cities like Washington, and now the Trump administration says Chicago might be next. But the legal basis, at least from my perspective, for Chicago and others is razor thin. Here's what you need to know. Trump is deploying federal law enforcement and National Guard troops to Washington, D.C., but that's under a special provision of the Home Rule Act. That gives him control of the MPD for up to 30 days unless Congress says otherwise. But that only applies in D.C. because of its unique status. Here's the critical difference. For cities in a state like Chicago, Baltimore, and New York, there's no equivalent authority. He'd need the governor's permission or to invoke a national emergency or the Insurrection Act. And that opens up some serious legal risk, the 10th Amendment, anti-commandeering doctrine, and more. So why it matters to you? In recent days, the administration even pulled 120 FBI agents, many from counterintelligence and corruption units who were probably trying to fight crime, to run overnight patrol shifts in DC alongside local police. Think about that. Is that really the best use of federal resources? Agents trained to catch spies and root out corruption now doing traffic stops? Does that fight crime effectively, or does it pull expertise away from the jobs only they can do? And what do you think? Are these deployments overreach or necessary? Drop a fire or caution in the comments to let us know. And here's the bigger question. Is it a good idea at all to send federal law enforcement or even National Guard into cities that haven't asked for it? And at what point does protecting public safety cross the line into militarizing our streets? Is this part of some authoritarian plan? So at the end of the day, this isn't just about legality. It's about whether the policy is smart, effective, or even needed. For instance, they say crime in DC is already at a 30-year low, and 80% of residents say the federal takeover makes them feel less safe, not more. That's why this fight matters. It's about power, accountability, and whether we're militarizing public safety without real cause. The legal limits here aren't abstract. They set guardrails from what a president can and can't do in every city across America. That's why, as federal employees, I think you all should be watching this closely. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any comments, critiques, whatever, let me know. Please drop them in the comments. Otherwise, take care, everybody, and hope you have a good day.